Understanding CFD costs. Your CFD provider will declare a headline transaction fee, but this is only a part of the total fee. You need to dig around to understand all the fees. The first fee will be the transaction fee. This cost will most often be expressed as a percentage and is charged on the exposure amount. Your CFD provider might also have a minimum transaction fee. This fee is generally a rand amount. If it is greater than the percentage fee, you will pay that rand amount. It is important to understand how your CFD provider pays and charges interest. The first interest is on your cash balance in your CFD account. You need to compare how much interest you receive between different providers. You also pay or receive interest on your exposure and margin. For example, if you have a long position with the exposure of 25,000 Rand and margin of 3,500 Rand, you will receive interest on the 3,500, but you'll have to pay interest on the 25,000 Rand as your CFD provider has bought these shares on your behalf. If, however, you are short with the exposure of 25,000 Rand and margin of 3,500, you'll still receive interest on the 3,500, but you will also receive interest on the 25,000 Rand exposure. You receive interest on your exposure when you are short a position because your provider sold the shares into the market and received cash. Your provider is earning interest on this cash amount for as long as your position is open. The interest received on short exposure will be less the costs your CFD provider incurred. Interest is calculated daily and paid or charged monthly. Knowing how dividends are treated is also important. See our video on CFDs and dividends. Lastly, you could potentially pay a platform fee. Many CFD providers will offer free platform access, but charge for supplementary features like advanced charting. Check whether there will be a fee and if your CFD provider will waive the fee under certain conditions, like doing a certain number of transactions per month. To learn more about CFD trading, go to ig.com/seminars to register for one of IG's free events.